Hello and welcome to Dedicated to Wrestling Slow News Saturday, episode 4. Episode 4 would have been last week, but I went away for the new year and had incredibly crappy Wi-Fi, so couldn't get that video out when I wanted. But anyway, enough of that with the rambling. If you don't know what we do here, Slow News Saturday is when we combine all the news stories from the week that didn't really warrant their own video. There wasn't enough information in the news story to make a video about it without the video literally being 20 seconds. And that's just not worth it, I think, to anybody to view a video for that long. And then we combine it all into one for Slow News Saturday so you don't miss any of the crucial news. And we have got some pretty interesting biggies in here for you this week. And we're going to start not with WWE for a change. There's a couple of non-WWE news here. And we're going to start with TNA. Finally, after many years and even the last few months, won't they go under? Will Dixie finally relinquish control of the company? Now, Anthem Sports and Entertainment, they officially announced that they have a definite agreement to acquire a majority interest in TNA. This will relegate Dixie Carter to a minority equity stakeholder, aka the rumour is that they don't really want her around. There's already been a rumour that she's not allowed to come to TV tapings anymore for TNA. I mean, that's pretty big. That's pretty big. And like, I would say it's harsh, but you know, I'm not a fan of the job Dixie has done over the years with TNA. So, you know, tough luck, Cookie. You had your chance. Anyway, getting on to this, TNA now hopefully is in good hands. I love to rib on TNA. I ribbed on TNA so much over the years that I've lost count. But at the end of the day, if you're a wrestling fan, I don't think you should ever want a wrestling company to go under, for people to lose their jobs, their livelihoods, their wage checks, etc., etc. It's not good. Like, wrestling needs competition. If WWE is the only one out there who's getting majority of the audience, then WWE can't improve. It can't go any further than it is. Vince McMahon will just rest on his laurels and that will be it. So hopefully with Anthem acquiring TNA, finally TNA can get back to, I won't say it's glory days, but it can get back to actually seriously competing with WWE. I mean, there was a time WWE actually made Bret Hart appear on a Monday Night Raw after realizing that TNA were having Hulk Hogan on their show that same night. Like, that's what I want. I want Vince to be forced into making these big moves. I want him to feel a bit of fear, so maybe we can have good Monday Night Raws again that make you want to watch from start to finish. So hopefully this is the sign for TNA, a sign of a true new beginning, and a sign that they can get back to what they did all those years ago and just produce quality wrestling product. That's all I'm asking from them. That's all I want. On to the next news story, Kenny Omega. And I have to just interrupt this news story immediately just to say, if you haven't seen his main event match at Wrestle Kingdom with Okada that was just on this week, for the love of God, stop what you're doing, whatever you're doing. I don't care what you're doing. Stop what you're doing and find the match. I'm pretty sure you can find it on YouTube. I've seen it all plastered all over YouTube. If you don't want to subscribe to New Japan Pro Wrestling, please just watch that match. It was absolutely out of this world. Dave Meltzer rated it 6 stars, which is a biggie. I mean, like, we can't take one man's word for ratings over anybody else's all the time, but it really did deserve that 6 stars. It was phenomenal. So good. Watch it. Just watch it. Believe me, you will thank me. Just do it. On to the news. Kenny Omega. Apparently, he has tweeted, not apparently, he has tweeted after this amazing main event. He tweeted this, which has got a lot of people talking. I will be stepping away from Japan to reassess my future. The path of my journey may change, but my goals will not. And then he commented back to a person who was asking him, like, can he elaborate on this? To which he said, there is no plan. My schedule is cleared and I'm weighing all my options. I've got a lot to consider. Thanks for the patience and support. Now, obviously, that's naturally got a lot of people speculating that he's done with New Japan Wrestling. He's going to WWE maybe. I know a lot of WWE guys want him. If he does leave New Japan Pro Wrestling, I can only really see him going to WWE, to be honest with you. However, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm willing to be shot down completely and be proved wrong in a matter of weeks, maybe. But I'm 95% certain that Kenny Omega will be going nowhere. Kenny, if you don't follow him on Twitter, he's a master at working social media, working it to his manipulation whatsoever to the people on social media. He knows exactly what to say and what to do, and he knows the hype that's created from his main event with Okada. He knows that everybody was watching, everybody's talking about it. If you're not a wrestling fan, you may have still even heard about the damn event. He knows exactly what he's doing. To add a twist to this, however, to make people believe even more that he might be leaving, is that apparently his contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling expires at the end of January. I think it's January the 31st, although don't completely quote me on that, but it's definitely between like the 27th and the 31st. His contract expires. But to be honest, in the past, no New Japan Pro Wrestler has come out on Twitter and said, like, I'm reassessing my future here. I don't know what to do. And then they've ended up leaving. It's always kind of been a secret. Well, not a very well kept secret in today's world, but you know what I mean. With AJ Styles and the likes, they don't announce it on Twitter beforehand that they're thinking of leaving. It just happens. So I'm 95% certain Kenny will be going nowhere. Quote me on that, maybe. Going straight from this news story really, really hurts my head. Like, I can't even believe I'm reading it. It's so stupid. According to the Wrestling News Observer, WWE officials, a lot of them watched the match between Okada and Omega at Wrestle Kingdom, and after watching it, they are now more determined than ever to make the WrestleMania 33 main event great. What? What? Like, I can't even begin to describe how much that irritates me. After watching that match, now they want to make the main event great? What the hell were they planning beforehand? Were they planning Shaq and the Big Show to go on in the main event? Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, which really wouldn't surprise me. I mean, don't get me wrong. A lot of people want to see Brock and Goldberg beat the living shit out of each other. But let's be honest, that's not going to be a great wrestling match. It's just going to be a fight. The fact that it takes WWE officials and Vince to watch a match like that, they actually have to watch another product months, like 3 months away from WrestleMania, and then they decide that they want to make the main event great. Like, who the hell is in charge? I mean, I know it's Vince, but who the hell has he got working for him? Clones? Are they exactly like Vince? Do they think exactly like him? Because, for the love of God, that's the most ridiculous thing I've heard in so long. Like, I don't know what they were thinking for the main event. Like, they probably had it planned. I'm almost willing to bet it was Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, the main event. Hopefully now that this is true and that they really commit to having a great main event, because it should inspire them, but at the same time, it shouldn't take that to inspire them to make a great product. I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. I really don't. Roman Reigns to just completely destroy the roster and expect the WrestleMania fans to go home happy. Like, I don't know what they were planning. I don't even want to know what they were planning for that main event. But for the love of God, like, I just can't fathom WWE sometimes, the way they think. It's just absolutely ridiculous that it takes this main event of Wrestle Kingdom to make them realise, hey, we need to put on a good wrestling match for the main event, guys. You know, I've been thinking, we watched this match, and yeah, I think we need to put on a good main event. Like, oh my God. Let's just move on from this news story, because it's giving me a headache just thinking about it again. Next, let's go straight to Goldberg, guys. Let's go straight to Goldberg, as we were just kind of mentioning him. Goldberg's WWE deal has been leaking more and more over the last few days, and Goldberg, we know he's going to be in the Royal Rumble match. We know he's obviously going to be wrestling Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Everybody knows that. It's the worst kept secret. Also, though, he will be working Fastlane, the Raw pay-per-view leading up to WrestleMania. His opponent, we have no idea yet, but he definitely will be working a match at Fastlane. I'm not sure who they're going to put him against. Like, to be honest, I can kind of see Rusev in a way. They've been having a bit of banter on social media, at least Rusev has, to himself about Goldberg. I can kind of see that, but I don't want a good wrestler like Rusev to get squashed just so Goldberg can get over on the way to WrestleMania. But Goldberg will be working Fastlane going into WrestleMania. It is believed that WrestleMania will be his final match, but with WWE you never know. He could be back the next month, but at the moment they're planning for Goldberg to work Fastlane and then ride off into the sunset at WrestleMania, win or lose. The final news story on the agenda is The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels will be appearing on Raw on Monday night. If you ever wanted proof that Raw was desperate for a boost in ratings, let's bring The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels for no apparent reason. Shawn Michaels, I mean, I can live with him appearing on Raw, that's fine whatsoever. In a way, I can live with Taker because he does whatever the fuck he wants. He's the dead man, the phenom. He doesn't listen to anybody, he just goes wherever the hell he wants. But the fact that he made that big speech before Survivor Series about being loyal to SmackDown, SmackDown runs in his blood, he's a SmackDown guy, and then after that appearance, the first appearance he's going to make is on Raw, like, it doesn't make much sense. But you know, this is Vince McMahon we're talking about, so I'm trying not to read too much into it, but it doesn't make much sense. But there you go. Undertaker and Shawn Michaels will be appearing on Raw. I'm guessing both of them will be doing a talking segment, really. The Undertaker I'm probably 90% sure he's going to enter himself into the Royal Rumble. Can't think of another legitimate reason that he's going to talk about anything else. Shawn Michaels, not so sure. Maybe he'll just do a backstage segment, but I'm pretty sure they'll bring him out for something, and he'll likely get confronted by somebody. But there you go. Raw's desperate for ratings. Nothing much changes in the WWE world. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, this has been dedicated to wrestling. Until next time.